Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. guidedogs.com and gdbinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here are some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie and James sit at a table with the dog chilling on the floor like a good doggo.
Hey, Kylie, do you want me to read the menu to you?
Sure. Thank you.
James and Kylie with their food.
This smells amazing.
Should I describe where things are?
Yes, please.
There's spicy chicken curry and rice at the top of your plate and braised greens at the bottom. Your wine is above the plate to the right.
So good.
Kylie gives a romantic smile to James. Spinach in her teeth.
Honey, you have spinach in your teeth.
Thanks so much for letting me know.
Let's let Kylie and James enjoy their dinner. For more information and helpful tips, visit guidedogs.com.
Hello, and good afternoon. My name is Caroline Wilkins. I have been the class supervisor for the last 2 weeks, and we're going to go ahead and get started today. So welcome to the Oregon campus of Guide Dogs for the Blind and the graduation of the 525th Guide Dog class and the 17th Orientation and Mobility Immersion class to graduate from this campus. Whether you're joining us here in person or virtually via live stream, we're so happy to be with you today and that you have chosen to spend a bit of your afternoon with us. So we are here today to celebrate 5 new guide dog teams and 1 new orientation and mobility immersion client, as well as applaud the generosity of all those who came together to help make today happen. So first I would like to thank our puppy raisers. Thank you so much for helping us to prepare these special dogs for their very special roles. We literally could not fulfill our mission without all of you. You put your heart and soul into each dog, and it really shows. We look forward to hearing from some of you just a little bit later. And for those of you that may not be familiar with our puppy raising program, these wonderful volunteers will receive a little fluff ball, about 8, 10, 12 weeks old or so, and welcome them into their homes and do all the things that need to be done to raise these dogs to be good canine citizens, which might include some accidents in the home, maybe some chewed slippers or furniture, things like that. And just when they have gotten them to be that good canine citizen, a really nice house dog, comfortable in the environment, we say, hey, could you bring that wonderful dog back so we can train it for its mission? So you can imagine that can bring up a lot of different emotions, and it's such a selfless act that these volunteers do. And I just really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you put into these wonderful dogs. Next, I'd like to thank our donors. We also could not fulfill this mission without our wonderful donors. Thank you for helping us to provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We do not receive any government funding, so we're very thankful for all of your support. I'd especially like to thank the Sam and Helga Feldman Foundation of San Antonio, Texas, for their lifetime sponsorship of Jillian Daigle and guide dog Lindsay. And also a special thank you goes to Lillian Tremoroli for her special sponsorship of a harness for each class throughout the year 2025. Yeah, thank you. Next, I'd like to thank our volunteers and employees. Thank you for all you do to support our mission. Whether you help by working with our dogs, taking them for walks, hanging out with them in the kennels, if you might help in our gift shop, in the office, or directly with our clients, we're so grateful for all that you do to help support us. I'd like to send a special thank you to our wonderful canine welfare training technicians. We have a few of them joining us today. These folks work with the dogs in the kennels and do a wonderful job keeping them calm, happy, and healthy while they're not out with their instructors. Thank you, guys. And now I'd like to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing the scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features ensure that everyone can access and enjoy the video. So please enjoy.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amita Hoja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
Okay. Well, next I would like to introduce our two guide dog mobility instructors that were part of this class. We have Caitlin Merrill, who will be introducing the clients here in just a moment, and Jessica Osborne, who is also going to be part of graduation. She'll be doing the dog demo in just a little bit. And then I'd also like to introduce our orientation and mobility instructor. Her name is Kai Wiese. Unfortunately, she's not able to be with us here today, but she was instructing Angela. And now I'll pass it on to Caitlin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we'd like to begin our introductions with our Orientation and Mobility Program graduate. A little bit about the Orientation Mobility Immersion Program, or O&M program. It is a one-week program designed to provide skills to people who want to improve their independent travel, as well as for guide dog applicants with to provide them with O&M training they need to qualify for a guide dog. The O&M Immersion Program provides a bridge for those who would like to partner with a guide dog but have limited access to O&M services in their home area. Today, Angela Crystal is graduating in the Oregon O&M class number 17. Angela Crystal of Rochester, Minnesota is an adventurous spirit who loves spending time outdoors. She enjoys hiking, camping, going to the beach, and finding new activities that get her adrenaline pumping. Angela also has a meditative side, appreciating time in nature, eclectic hobbies, and a love of music. With many exciting trips ahead, she looks forward to staying active and exploring new experiences.
Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, everybody. I just want to say I'm very grateful for this experience, being able to come out to Guide Dogs for the Blind. I've known many graduates from this program over the years who have been influencers of mine, trying to get me more engaged in considering a guide dog. Where I'm at right now is I wanted to come to a place where I could completely immerse myself in the situation, have active moments of getting out there and training, having that direct, constant availability of a trainer so that I could just really truly immerse myself in this whole experience so that I can get back to life in a more independent way, so I can go places and do things on my own again in a safe way. So this program has been wonderful. Everything about it has been wonderful. Every volunteer that I've interacted with, every employee, every staff person. So thank you all. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to all the puppy raisers. Thank you to everybody. Not enough words for that. And oh, the food is wonderful here. So whoever is responsible for making that happen, thank you as well. Thank you.
Okay, next we are going to introduce our guide dog client recipients. We will first start off with a client who received in-home training by the name of Chaim Biberfeld. Chaim is from Monsey, New York, and he received in-home training with his guide dog Nairobi, a male yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross, raised by Claudia Barkmeyer of Boulder, Colorado, and Kelly Darrow of Louisville, Colorado. And I also have letters to read from the raisers, and I will also provide photo descriptions for the lovely photos that are behind me. For this photo here, we have Chaim and Nairobi stand together facing the camera with a white house in the background. Chaim is smiling, and Nairobi has his ears up, looking intently towards the camera. One moment, I have lots of letters to read today. Okay, this first letter is from raiser Kelly Finch. She writes, "Dear Chaim, I am so excited for you to begin your partnership and bond with our adorable and fun-loving Nairobi. He brought so much joy and tenderness to our lives and made my pregnancy and post-birth experience even more special when we were with him. He was attentive and affectionate to our newborn as soon as they met. I wish you all the best in your journey together, and may every day with Nairobi be as wonderful as it was for us. Wishing you safe and successful time together, Kelly Finch." And we have little puppy Nairobi here. Description reads, "Little puppy Nairobi is sitting on a wooden floor against a white wall. He is wearing his leash and looking upwards and off to the side with a quizzical expression." And I have one more letter from his other puppy raiser to read for you. This is from Claudia Barkmeyer. Claudia writes, "I wanted to share a bit about our experience raising Nairobi, our guide dog puppy. Co-raising him with my friend Kelly has been an incredible journey, especially considering Kelly gave birth to her first child last November. Despite the challenges of pregnancy and a newborn, Kelly was a true champ, managing it and balancing out alongside our energetic puppy. Nairobi has brought so much joy into our lives with his goofy personality and his love for food. His charming looks always turn heads, and we've received countless compliments on his handsomeness whenever we take him out in public. Nairobi has a knack for making us laugh with his silly antics. One of our favorites was when he decided to drag his bed out of the bedroom and onto the second floor landing where he could comfortably survey his kingdom. Raising him has been a delightful experience, and we are filled with confidence that he and his future partner, Chaim, will share a long and successful bond. Thank you for allowing us to share this journey with you. Warm regards, Claudia Barkmeyer." And I'll go ahead and describe this adorable little photo behind me. Nairobi sits next to his friend Siggy, the pug, on a wooden floor. Nairobi has a blonde golden retriever, and is wearing his puppy vest. Siggy is a small brindled pug. Let's go ahead and congratulate Chaim and Nairobi. Okay, next up, we would like to introduce Jared Westaway of North Palm Beach, Florida. Jared is receiving Ragnar, a male yellow Labrador retriever raised by Karen Zispin of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Hannah Thompson of Riverton, Utah. Jared is hopeful to have many adventures at the beach and playing in the water with Ragnar. He also enjoys fishing and is looking forward to taking Ragnar on the boat with him. He's excited for the new sense of freedom that he will have with Ragnar. Here you are, Jared.
First of all, I want to say thank you to guide dogs and to my puppy raisers for raising Ragnar for me. I know he will bring a joy and bring a lot of fun and adventure into my life, so thank you for that. Thank you to all the staff of Guide Dogs that made the experience of the Oregon campus very fun and enjoyable for me. It was my first time to the campus, so that was great. Thank you also to my classmates who made being away from home very fun and enjoyable for me, and just thank you to everyone.
Hi, my name is Karen. I had something written down that I want to share about you guys. I do want to start off by thanking my club leaders, Anna Blackman and Kaylee, for helping me a lot with Ragnar. On October 3rd, 2023, Ragnar was brought to my home, and he was my first guide dog puppy that I raised. I was going to raise this chunky and happy boy that was filled with so much energy and with love on so many people. Even as a baby, Ragnar was incredibly smart and unbelievably sweet. But if I had to pick one of his greatest strengths, it would be that he had a lot of confidence in him whenever we would go out together. And he really showed me that I was never truly alone, especially with someone that struggles with social anxiety. He helped me through it a lot. And I realized that growing up with him, we weren't just doing that he wasn't doing that alone, but we were actually socializing together. He's helped me out a lot to step out of my comfort zone and never forget that I was alone. Raising him helped me come out of my shell, and I knew I had to socialize him in this world, but what I didn't know was that we were doing it together and we shared that great moment. I'm so proud of Ragnar, and I'll always be proud of him, and I know that whatever he goes through with Jared, I know that they'll be both successfully, and that his personality could brighten anyone's day, and I'll truly treasure those memories we had together.
Alrighty, next up I'm going to go ahead and introduce our next graduate. Next up we have Janice Anderson Corey of Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Janice is receiving Truman, a male black Labrador Golden Retriever cross, raised by Laura, Matt, Ella Bradley, and Shelby Eckert of Elbert, Colorado. Janice is excited to take Truman back home and introduce him to the winter snow. She is looking forward to expanding her horizons with her new guide dog. Hi, Janice, here you go.
I want to thank everyone. First, I'd like to thank Guide Dog for offering all the services they do to help enrich the lives for all the people that they do, and the donors that make this all possible. I'd also especially like to thank the puppy raisers for helping develop, I'm nervous, helping develop a patient, attentive, and lovable dog that has a great desire to please. I also want to thank all the volunteers, the instructors, and all the staff here at GDB. They have been wonderful and have given me a memorable 2 weeks. And I'm happy. They also do so much to make GDB as successful as they are. Thank you.
Go in just a minute. I'm Laura, and our family, we raised Truman. I could go on all day telling you wonderful things about this dog, and I'll just tell you two. Number one, we raised his uncle, and so it was really cool to get to raise a nephew, and his uncle still lives in the same town as we do with our aunt, and so they spent lots of time playing together, and we got to see similarities and differences, so that was a really fun experience. And number 2, when we first said yes to taking another puppy, in between the time we said yes and before he came, I found out that we were going to have another baby. And so my husband and I had to have a serious conversation. Is this the time to get a new baby puppy? That's a lot. And we decided that I was not going to be breaking any children's hearts. They were already so excited about getting a new puppy. So I said, I'll push through. We'll just do it. And then this miracle of a puppy came into our home, and he was the sweetest, most gentle, kindest puppy that has ever come into our home. And my children really stepped up, and they took him out to go potty, and they did a wonderful job. And I will give most of the credit to the young lady standing next to me, my daughter Shelby. She did 95% of the work for Truman. She really took ownership, and they bonded, and it was wonderful as a mother to see your kid really step up and form this relationship with this dog for the greater good. And we're so proud of her. And Guide Dogs, once again, made a perfect match. He's going to do great things with Janice. They are meant for each other. And we are so excited to see what their relationship brings. And we pray for many, many years of working together.
All right, next up we have Kathy Canvin of Hillsboro, Oregon, local. Kathy received Bastion, a male yellow Labrador retriever raised by Stacy Sunday and Steve Choman of Reno, Nevada, and Kesa Onestad and Darren Moore of Reno, Nevada. Kathy is an avid baker and is excited to go home and start baking again. Bastion will be attending church with her 3 times a week, as well as regular bowling get-togethers. Great job, Kathy. Here you are.
This is hard. I talk a lot, but this is hard. I just want to thank Caitlin. She's a wonderful instructor. And I want to thank that I got to know Jessica, too, who the other instructor was. And our class was a great class. I'll miss you all. I renamed all the dogs. So it's President Truman, and Lindsay is Snow Princess, and Ragmar is the warrior, and this right here is the Joker clown. He has more to say at dinner than any of the other dogs, and but I'm blessed to have him. He'll join Tinkerbell, our Chihuahua Papillon mix that has a lot of personality as well, and he's double that. And I just thank GDB for allowing me to come sooner than I was supposed to come, so I'm glad I got the call, and I'm glad we've named him Sebastian, and hence my t-shirt. And it's just easier to say Sebastian. And goes with Tinkerbell too, so. But the cooks here are great. Everyone here is wonderful. They take care of us. And they won't have to supply their Band-Aids anymore because I've used most of them. And hopefully I go home and we can restock our stock of Band-Aids. But thank you everyone at GDB. And thank you for my family's support. Thank you, Rose, for supporting me in Amanda Engage, and the rest of my family, Jamie, my grandchildren, Ilya, Kurt, Katie, and Hazel. Thank you all for supporting me in getting this new guide dog, because I've got 2 good knees now, and I can walk a mile, so I am very happy. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve. My girlfriend Stacy and I feel so blessed to have been a part of Bastion's journey. Since Stacy can't be here today, we also brought a piece of clothing to represent Bastion. This is a sweatshirt with Bastion's face all over it that everybody, kind of representation of what we think of Bastion, so that's pretty cool. Now, Bastion isn't always the easiest name to call a dog, so to us, he'll always be Baby B, B-Boy, B-B. And I can't tell you how many times we've said, no, it's Bastion, not Sebastian, but that seems to be changing, so we're cool with that. From his pup dates, we always loved reading how eager he was to learn and how sweet he is. But our favorite line is, he is a big boy with a big heart. That sums him up perfectly. Even if he's been a goofy, oversized, and sometimes a little too enthusiastic, maybe the type of dog who licks too much, you can't help but love him and those chicken wing legs. Bastion was with us through a very challenging year health-wise, yet he never faltered. Even through co-raising with Kesa in the middle of my girlfriend's illness and uncertainty, he just kept learning, kept growing, and kept becoming the incredible dog he is today. His resilience, his steadiness, and his big heart make him truly remarkable. He was such a blessing to us to be able to visit Stacy in the hospital, where he got lots of training and made lots of friends. He's got a whole cheer section back in Nevada, so we're so proud to have played a small part in preparing him for his big job ahead. We also want to especially thank Kesa and her family helping raise Bastion. We couldn't have done it without them, and we're so thankful for her. And Kathy, you're such an amazing person. I've gotten to know you over the last hour, so it's just been an amazing thing to get to know you. And we wish you and Bastion nothing but the best in your journey going forward. And we've got 2 photos up there as well, so I'll describe them. The left photo is little puppy Bastion sitting on a pale floor wearing his green puppy jacket and looking straight in the camera. He has a wrinkled brow with a curious expression on his face. And on the right photo is Bastion wearing his green puppy jacket. He is sitting on the back bumper of a red fire truck. On the truck behind him are the words, Truckee Meadows Fire Protection District. So thank you, everyone.
Perfect. And Kathy, I have a letter to read from Kesa, Annisted, and Darren Moore. There, we have one more picture to show too. I'll do the photo description first. This shows Bastion, a male yellow lab puppy, looks at the camera, and he sits on someone's foot at a puppy club meeting in his green jacket and black head collar. He is 5 months old in this photo. So I'll go ahead and start the letter. Dear Kathy, in a way, we have been waiting to meet you ever since we met Bastion. We used to ask him all the time, are you going to be a superhero when you grow up? Because we are hoping he was destined to find you. So although we're sorry that our meeting will have to take place another time, we are absolutely thrilled to celebrate the 2 of you from afar. We have raised several guide dogs for GDB and love them all, but Bastion stands out for the sheer joy he exudes. He is just a lover of life, of people, of getting up and going out or hanging out next to you. We used to joke that if he had hands, he would fist bump or high five every person he passed. I hadn't read that part yet. He loves to share the love, and it's infectious. Whether heading out the door or to work at 6 a.m. or into the rain on a cold day, his genuine enthusiasm made us smile and remember to focus on the good stuff. We hope he becomes a wonderful partner to you and that he brings you great joy wherever you go. Our heartfelt congratulations on graduating together today. We will be cheering you on, Kesa and Darren. It's a good one. Yeah. All right, lastly, I'm excited to introduce our final graduating team for the day of Jillian Daigle of Conroe, Texas. Jillian's receiving Lindsay, a female yellow Labrador retriever raised by Hannah Williams of Boulder, Colorado. Jillian is employed as a vision teacher and looks forward to flying through all of her schools with Lindsay. She is so excited to go on hikes together and enjoying lots of puppy snuggles.
I would just like to say thank you to everyone that has made this magical little girl come into my life. It's been a very long 2-year wait after losing my previous guide very suddenly. So I'm very excited to have adventures with Miss Lindsay. And I would also like to thank the organization that is sponsoring us. We are grateful for you guys, and thank you to the instructors and everyone at Guide Dogs that has made this dream possible.
I was wondering why Lindy was just speeding through training at a lightning clip. And then as soon as I met Jillian, I realized she was just getting ready to meet her, and they had to line up on the same schedule. And so she was rushing to get there. You guys are just such a perfect match, and I could not be happier for the rest of her future with you. Lindy, as you can imagine, has quite the personality in this tiny little package. There's one story of her from when she was little that I think sums it up, and that is that I have a garden with a raspberry patch in it, and Lindy would watch me pick raspberries, and probably a week or two into raspberry season, I turned around and saw 4-month-old Lindy very carefully with her precious little underbite grabbing individual raspberries off the bush and not disturbing any of the leaves or stems. And I think that just shows how incredibly watchful she is and how good at learning, and especially food motivated, even if it's just fruit. I'd like to thank my club, and especially Kathy Baker, our guide dog fairy godmother, for all the support. Lindy was an only child in a household with a 25-year-old, so a lot of support was needed. But we got through it, and now she's exactly where she's supposed to be. So thank you.
All right, before we go on to the next section, I just wanted to give one more congratulations to our O&M grads and our class client guide dog graduates. Up next, I'll be passing the mic back over to Caroline Wilkins, and she will narrate our dog demonstration. And I'm sure you've heard an excited pup on your right side of the room who's ready to go.
Okay. All right, like Caitlin said, we're now going to do a guide dog demonstration. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what you'll be seeing, and then we'll bring Jessica and her dog in training out in just a moment. So during training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through the use of the clicker, which marks a behavior we want the dog to repeat. The clicker makes communication consistent and timely, and is better than praise or food alone. So we start by pairing food with the sound of the click, and these guys are mostly Labradors or mixes thereof, so this does not take very long for them to understand that when they hear click, that food is coming. Once the dog understands that the click means food, we then pair that click with the desired behavior. So Jessica has joined me up on stage here. She is working with male black lab in training, whose name is Gnome, Gnome, and he is a very eager participant in this exercise. He is very eagerly wagging his tail, very excited about the food that is coming and listening to everything that Jessica is saying. She's doing a bit of obedience right now, some sits, some downs, some return to heel position, some stays, and he is doing it all with a very eager heart. So I'll get back to explaining what this is. Okay, so once they understand that the click means food, we pair that with that desired behavior. So for example, when they're doing something like stopping for a curb or doing a sit or returning to heel, they get that click and they think, ooh, food, and are likely to repeat that behavior in the future in anticipation of getting that reward again. And the reward does not always have to be food. We can use praise, and that is the goal towards the end of training. So now we'll go into our chair targeting demonstration. So Jessica is going to start this demonstration with a hand target. She is showing Gnome that she wants him to target her hand, and he gets the click and the food reward. So he very clearly, he's very enthusiastic, understands that Jessica wants him to target that hand. So now she's putting her hand onto the bench. And Gnome is, again, very enthusiastic. He is all tail wags, open mouth, panting. He says, "What can I do for you, please?" He even tried to put his paws up on that bench. He was so excited. So he clearly understands that she wants him to come to this bench. So I think we can probably be at the point where she can pick up that harness handle and see if he will take her to the bench. She's probably not even going to have to say a directional command. He just says, "Yes, this bench is the best." He again put a paw up on the bench. And part of it, we can temper his enthusiasm as well. So next, she's just creating more and more distance from the destination, from the target. He's raring to go, literally raring to go. So she said forward, and he, again, pulled very clearly into that harness, pulled her along right to that bench. So I think the last step, we could just create a little bit more distance all the way to the end of the stage. And do you guys think Gnome is going to take her to the bench? I think so too. Let's see if he can do it. Shoo, shake it off, buddy. And he's going straight to that bench, tail wagging the whole time. And he found that bench. She clicks, he gets the reward, and he's a little bit over enthusiastic, maybe. He said hello to Jessica with his paws. All right, so Jessica is going to stay here, and she will be available at the end of the ceremony to answer any questions that anybody might have. And I just want to say a little bit more. So this simple targeting technique can be widely used in our clients' home areas as well. So all of our clients got to experience this while they were in class and did the same technique while they were out on route. They can apply this training principle to teach their dogs to locate all sorts of targets out in the world. You can think of maybe ATM machines or bus stops or benches that are kind of in random spots that could be difficult to find. They can teach their dogs to find these with this technique. And thank you very much, Jessica and Gnome. Let's give them a round of applause. He does have an off button, I promise. All right, well, that does conclude our program this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you are interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone who might benefit from our services, please visit guidedogs.com. And if you would like to make a donation to support our mission, please text the word partnerships to 50155. For viewers at home, we hope to see you soon. And for those of you that are here with us in person, please join us for some refreshments in the front of the building. Our gift shop will also be open for those interested in checking out our array of clothes, gifts, and dog toys. We also have tours available. If you would like a tour, please meet at the table at the back of the room with the blue tablecloth in about 10 minutes. And thank you very much. Enjoy your afternoon.